Imagine a world where Lucifer himself almost joined the Marvel Universe. Sounds wild, right? Well, it nearly happened. Before Pedro Pascal became the face of the Fantastic Four reboot, Lucifer star Tom Ellis, yes, the charming devil we all fell in love with on Netflix, was one step away from swapping hell for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. In an interview, Ellis revealed that he actually auditioned for the role of Reed Richards, better known as Mr. Fantastic. That's right, in another version of reality, we might have seen Tom stretching his arms across the big screen instead of leading souls to damnation. It's one of those fascinating what-ifs that fans can't stop talking about. So how close did he get? And why did the role eventually land in Pedro Pascal's hands? Let's rewind a bit and explore the full story behind this surprising Marvel almost casting. When Marvel Studios officially announced the Fantastic Four first steps, the internet exploded with rumors and fan theories. Everyone wanted to know who would bring Marvel's first family to life. The biggest mystery, of course, was who'd play Mr. Fantastic, the genius scientist and elastic leader of the team. For months, names like Adam Driver, Dev Patel, and even Matt Smith floated around online. But behind the scenes, Marvel was quietly calling in a small circle of actors for private auditions. Among them was Tom Ellis, best known for his suave, witty, and dangerously charming portrayal of Lucifer Morningstar. And honestly, when you look at the comic panels of Reed Richards, the sharp jawline, the confident stare, that intellectual edge, you can see why Ellis thought he had a real shot. Ellis shared in his Square Mile interview that when the opportunity came, he knew it was something special. He said, "There was a select group of people that got asked to tape for Reed Richards. I'd been waiting for the right project, something that made sense both in timing and in character." He went on to explain that after seeing a picture of Mr. Fantastic from the comics, he thought, "This could be the one. We look quite similar." And he wasn't wrong. The resemblance is uncanny. You can easily imagine Ellis donning that iconic blue suit, leading his team through interdimensional chaos. But in the end, the role went to Pedro Pascal. And honestly, it's hard to argue against that choice. Pascal has become Hollywood's golden man, the face of countless franchises, from The Mandalorian to The Last of Us. When asked how he felt about losing the part, Ellis handled it with total grace and humor. He joked, "To be fair, he's not in much," followed by a laugh, then added, "He's great though. I'm looking forward to seeing it." That response perfectly captures Tom's personality: confident, charming, and never bitter. It's also worth noting that Ellis is no stranger to superhero universes. Lucifer, after all, is technically a DC property. The show was loosely based on the Vertigo comics, a spin-off from the Sandman series, and fans might remember that Ellis's Lucifer even made a surprise appearance in Crisis on Infinite Earths, the massive Arrowverse crossover event. That cameo alone made him one of the few actors to officially cross paths with multiple DC icons. So the idea of him jumping from DC to Marvel wasn't far-fetched at all. It would have just made him part of a growing list of stars who've done it. Let's talk about that crossover list for a second. If Tom Ellis had landed the role of Mr. Fantastic, he would have joined names like Ryan Reynolds, Christian Bale, and Michael Keaton, all actors who've made the rare leap from DC to Marvel. Reynolds, of course, was DC's Green Lantern before becoming the iconic Deadpool. Bale went from Batman to Gore the God Butcher in Thor: Love and Thunder, and Keaton famously reprised Batman after playing the Vulture in Spider-Man: Homecoming. So yeah, Ellis could have easily joined that elite club of cross-universe legends. But even though he didn't, his audition still adds a fascinating what-if to superhero history. and fans can't help imagining what Fantastic Four: First Steps might have looked like with a different Reed Richards at the center. Now, let's fast forward to what actually happened. Pedro Pascal officially landed the role, and by early 2025, the Fantastic Four: First Steps had become one of Marvel's biggest comebacks. After years of disappointing adaptations, this film finally brought respect back to Marvel's first family. It earned over $521 million worldwide and was praised for blending cosmic adventure with emotional storytelling. Pascal brought charisma, warmth, and intellect to Reed Richards, proving once again why he's Hollywood's most reliable leading man. For Ellis, though, it wasn't a loss. He had already built a lasting legacy with Lucifer, a series that ran for 6 seasons and developed a massive global fan base. He'd gone from being canceled on Fox to resurrected on Netflix, literally and figuratively. Still, fans can't stop imagining what could have been. There's even fan art online showing Tom Ellis as Mr. Fantastic, complete with the signature blue suit and that confident, devilish grin. And honestly, it works almost too well. It's not hard to picture his version of Reed Richards leading the team, his voice carrying that same mix of charm and authority we loved in Lucifer. In a way, that's what makes these behind-the-scenes stories so fascinating. They remind us that Hollywood is full of close calls, one audition away from a completely different universe. For Tom Ellis, this wasn't a missed opportunity. It was proof that his talent has reached the radar of the biggest studio on Earth. And who knows, maybe this isn't the last time Marvel gives him a call. As for the future, Pedro Pascal's Mr. Fantastic is set to return in Avengers: Doomsday, alongside his other major Disney project, The Mandalorian and Grogu. Meanwhile, Ellis continues to explore new projects while staying close to his fans. Whether or not he ever joins the MCU, his mark on pop culture is already sealed. From ruling hell to almost ruling the Marvel multiverse. And for us fans, stories like this are the perfect fuel for imagination. Because in some corner of the multiverse, maybe Tom Ellis did get the call. Maybe he did suit up. And maybe somewhere out there, the devil himself became Earth's smartest hero.